Hello, welcome to Crafters TV, the place that you want to be for things creativity. Ooh, I was just talking about the Who's then, you know, like from Whoville, and that rhyme just came to me. It's amazing. It's lovely to be with you. Hi, my name is Rebecca Redican. Feel free to call me Becky. We have got oodles and oodles of treats for you today. Trust me. Could I just let you know one treat? Bargains. Oh man, I did it so well the first time. Bargains galore, because today, oh man, we have got for you add more, save more. If you want to add one thing, just one today, we're going to give you 15% off straight away. All you have to do is type in April 1. If you buy 2 things, you get 16% off, 3 things 17%, 4 things 18%, 5 things, skip 19, go straight in for the 20. Now this is really important, okay? I really want to make this very clear. You have to type in the codes. If you only get 1 item, then use code 1 and the maximum you'll get off is 15%. You can get 5 items and check out and get 20% off. This is where it gets extra special. These savings are on top of your fabulous platinum price or gold price wherever you are in the club. So say for example you're a platinum member, you've saved up your points over time, you get 20% off anyway. Put that code in, you're going to get another 20% off if you'll get 5 items. How cool is that? And we have got some lush things on for you today. We've got some firm favorites, we've got some quite new elements, and we have got some inspiration from Debby Robinson. Hi Debbie.
Hello, hello, hello. Yes, we have. Excuse me, clear the throat there. We've got loads planned in the next 2 hours where we can strip it back to some nice basics. We can throw in a little bit of complicated if we need be. But what I love about it is the choice that we've got on the show, and as Becky said, we've got some fabulous deals coming up as well. So I'm going to take you through a few of the things that we've got on the show today. So first things first, we've got some fabulous outline dies. Now we call them the outline dies. I like to call these the lovely skeleton kind of featured outline dies. Really beautiful, delicate features where we've got florals in there. And literally, Becky, you're going to be able to create lots of different things with these and lots of different styles. So that's just 3 examples of some of the beautiful products that we've got on the show coming up later. So this is absolutely gorgeous, and there's lots of things you can do with them. Very versatile dies. We're going to have another little delve and a little look into our fabulous ribbon threading dies as well, because these really are absolutely beautiful and have been proving to be so popular. And if you have missed out, don't worry, because I'm going to walk and talk you through those as well. We've also got some fabulous chalkboard stamps. If you caught the earlier show this morning, I showed you how fabulous it is to get this lovely on-trend kind of lettering with the chalkboard effect, and of course lots of different ways that you can use them, from heat embossing techniques to using your inks to then popping them onto your colouring background. But that's one of the techniques that I just don't think I can do by hand. I'm not very good at writing. But this chalkboard style is absolutely beautiful, and as I was saying this morning, fabulous sentiments behind them as well. And then a lovely collection from the Nitwit brand, which are the fabulous Kindly Thoughts. The colour palette on this collection is absolutely sensational, and it really is gorgeous. We've got embossing folders, we've got dies, we've got papers, we've got topper sheets, but I'm just going to show you a few of the amazing samples that our lovely design team have made for us using these gorgeous, I mean the colours are so fresh and spring-like, absolutely beautiful. That embossing folder is stunning, absolutely stunning. The dies are just glorious. So this is a gorgeous collection, and also coming up later on today in our Creative Cravings show. So it's going to be a good show, I think, Becky. Before we head off home today, it's going to be a cracker. So pull up a chair, grab yourself a cuppa, and we'll go through all the fabulous deals that we've got on, and the must-haves that you need, and all those discounts that Becky's going to tell you all about. I'll get ready with my first demo, so I'll see you back here in a minute.
Fabulous, thank you Debbie. And yes, we have got those epic deals on, and yes, I will keep harping on about it. I've never done that before in my life, and I probably won't again. But yes, we have got so many treats coming up for you. Don't forget, you can get social. We love hearing from you. Susie's social superstar today. Hiya Susie, you're right, my love. So do feel free to get in touch with Susie. Let us know what you're up to. I mentioned before, it is Happy New Year to all accountants because it is their favourite time of year. It's PARTY for the new financial year. Starts today here in the UK. Oh, it's party central for all those number lovers. But yes, do feel free to message us in, maybe because it's like the first of the new year for financial. Maybe it could be like firsts for you. So kind of firsts, maybe you came first in a race that you're really proud of at one point. Or maybe you were like the first person, I don't know, who got a record for eating the most skips, crisps, while standing on your head, or, you know, something like that. Do feel free to let us know your first. It can be from any time at all. Maybe you were one of the first people to watch Crafters TV. Maybe you tuned in on the first day. Do feel free to let us know on our socials. But now though, let's dive on in to our fabulous outline dies. I'm going to show you them in the packaging first, just to give you an idea. First off, on the sizes of these, because they're all slightly different sizes, but also to give you a little bit of inspo. So these, you're going to get 17 elements in total, and these are all the different designs you're going to be getting. You can see that some of them are whole pieces, some of them are individual pieces. They create these wonderful designs. Some of them are just screaming out for paper piecing. They're gorgeously elegant in their design, and this is how they appear when you see them. I've got your pretty posy, I have your florals, I've got your blooming botanicals. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. That was really weird. Blooming botanicals. Moving on. I've got your simple sprig even. I've also got your butterflies, and I've got your dainty dragonflies. So all of these you are going to be getting, and this is the kind of design they will look like when you cut them out in black card, but there is so much more you can do with them. Just take a moment to look at the price on this, okay? So that is a 40% discount. Now, let's say you're platinum. You're getting a 20% off already, right? So you're only paying that. So that's 40% off from the original price, but then you're getting 20% off. If you add this to your basket with 4 other things that you either need or just quite frankly fancy, it's almost like you're going to be getting 80% off, isn't it? It's basically a giveaway. So do feel free to treat yourself to these, and don't forget to use that code. Head on over to our website to find out a little bit more. Shall we get a little bit of inspo from Debbie? Let's do it.
I honestly love these. I think these are going to be those kind of dies. When I talk about sometimes you have dies that you use constantly, and they're those for either little embellishments when you want to finish a card off, or you want to make something focal. These are absolutely that one. And at that price tonight, including that platinum price and then the additional saving, there is no better opportunity to get hold of these. You've got a 40% saving already before you even go into all that other. I just think it's amazing. I'm going to show you the kind of things that you can do with them and the difference that you can use with these, and then we'll get into a demo, because these are really fabulous. Take a look at this one. Absolutely gorgeous. A little background with a stencil, the outline dies on top, and a sentiment. Absolutely beautiful. What about things like embossing folders that we've got? Cut and emboss folders. We've been using these quite regularly just lately. But take a look at those beautiful butterflies. Absolutely stunning. You've got that lovely skeleton, thin, delicate feature, that outline of them. But that's them used in their barest form, or their nakedest form, if that's such a word. Look how gorgeous it looks when you do a bit of paper piecing. Take your colouring inks, take your mediums, whatever it is that you want to do. Take a look at that. That looks absolutely stunning. Achieved from that outline die and the waist just being coloured in. Absolutely stunning. What about creating an illusion where it looks like it's sunk into the card? Again, absolutely stunning, and very easy to achieve, because you're just going to use those dies to purposely pop over your white blank cardstock and then cut out in different colours and put it back in. Absolutely clever idea, ingenious idea. Honestly, these are stunning. I want you to show you this one. This one, Becky. I love this one.
Lovely.
Look at the skeleton feature that's been created using a background paper. That is so clever. I absolutely love that one. It's absolutely stunning. And then we've got things like sparkle pens on the show.
We do.
And take a look, little bit of sparkle background, outline over the top, and look how simply striking that looks with an added one from the mini dies just we've had out recently. But again, just look how fabulous it looks. There's so many things you can do with them, Becky. You've just seen a beautiful plethora of different cards there that you can use to create those beautiful dies. And you've got all of these. Take it into consideration just how many there are there. Goodness me, there are lots and lots in there to be able to choose from. The one I'm going to work with is the Blooming Botanicals. And all I'm going to do, Becky, to start with, is simply take both of them. I've already got my tape on there. Look, it's not joined together. It's just me. I've put my tape on there. I'm going to pop them onto some white stamping, not stamping card anymore, excuse me, white multi-purpose cardstock. I will get this right, Becky, if it kills me today. Before I go home today, I'm going to have nailed the new name. And you know the funny thing is, I've been calling it multi-purpose card for absolutely donkeys. We've actually called it multi-purpose cardstock, and look at me, I can't even say it anymore. What on earth has happened? So I'm just going to pop those on, and I'm going to die cut a few out. Thin metal die, beautiful intricacy as well, but we're just going to use our normal platform for thin metal die, run that through. To be fair, you could be just running these all on a great big A4 plate in just white or black cardstock, stick them in a box, and then when you want to add that little finishing touch, you've got them all ready. And the price for me is just blowing my socks off today because I think it's absolutely crazy. I did say to our producer before we started the show, come on, hit me, tell me what we're having about today. Oh, when he told me, my mouth hit the floor because that is a cracking deal. Ooh. Isn't this good way of showing you? Don't I have to show you that effect where you can do the paper piecing? This is before the die's released, any of them. But once it releases, so if you wanted to do the paper piecing, run that through again in a different colour, and then you could put back all the waste back inside there, which looks a stunning effect. You've seen that with those gorgeous samples. But I want it as an outline die, so exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all my little waste pieces out, like so. And you can see now that beautiful delicate feature, that lovely, it's like a skeleton, but it's the outline. It's a very thin, intricate outline die, absolutely stunning. And again, the same with this piece. Let me just move all my waste because I don't want to paper piece that back in. And we'll just release those from the back of the die, lift that off. And again, look, when you pop it all in, take all the pieces out, that's what you would do to create the paper piecing. Just run it through in a different colour and then pop them back in there using your things like your Xyron machines or anything like that. And there you go, you've got two gorgeous, gorgeous dies. Let me just get rid of that piece. But how effective they look. Really, really simple, really stunning, and a 2-second job. One run of your machine, all done and dusted. Now, I've talked about the paper piecing aspect. I like to cheat a little bit, Becky. I've said this many a time, I like to make crafting easy for myself. Sometimes I haven't got the time to paper piece. Nice idea, but just don't have the time to paper piece. So do you know what I can do? I can use some solid background cardstock and I can position that over the top, and then this is how I'm going to paper piece mine. I'm cheating again, Becky, I'm cheating again. I'm going to use my dotty tape pen. I'm going to run that just across. I'm not going on the stalk part because I don't need to for this one, but I'm going to take it, pop it onto the end like so, stick that down, and I'll do that with the other design as well. Let's go in with that one. I have die cut a few other pieces out as well, but I'll just do 2 for now. But absolutely love these. Very striking, but very simple to achieve this look. And I'm just placing it on the end. Then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to do a little bit of fussy cutting. That's all I'm going to do. So that's my cheats way of doing...
That's a great tip.
Just a little bit of, instead of having to do all the paper piecing, get your scissors and snip around.
Lovely. Hello, Jeffrey, coming at us from New Hampshire even. Ooh, in America. Hiya, Sherry, saying hello all from Illinois. Marsha's in, saying hi guys from Essex. Never been to Essex, have you?
Lovely Marsha who joined us on the Craft Factor. I wonder if it's Marsha
Nelson.
Marsha?
Nelson.
Yes, it is. It's lovely. Oh, she's such a lovely lady. Very talented as well. She is. She joined us on Craft Factor.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I must have missed that one, Marsha. I need to watch that back. Hello, Mary Beth from Minnesota. I nearly said minestrone.
Minestrone?
Oh, it's so warm in minestrone. Oh, watch out for the pasta. Anyway, Tim is in asking a question. Tim is asking, could you later go through inking embossing folders, please?
I can do, yes, I can do. I've got some Midas ink pads on later, so I could perhaps do that for you, yeah?
Lovely idea.
I just need to ask our lovely John if he's got a brayer that I could borrow. I haven't got it in my bag, but I'm pretty sure I'll find a brayer, because I prefer to do it with a brayer to create a more smoother technique. But absolutely, just remind me later, Becky, when I come to do the Midas inks, to do that technique for Tim.
Yeah,
and
no problem.
Absolutely, 110% do that for you tonight live.
Yeah, no problem. I will remind you. Johnny, remind me later. Fred is saying, hello everyone from California. We had the lovely Amy in from California earlier on. Oh, she was nice, wasn't she?
She's lovely, yes.
Really
I hope Amy sent a picture in of the craft along. So if she's watching, Amy, don't forget, send it in for us, because I loved the choice of papers, Becky, that she used.
Hey, we actually, just as we were coming off air, we got like a last flourish of messages in, and lots of people saying, love, Sherry said, love the gorgeous papers, Amy, gorgeous design, Amy. Yeah, loads of people loving that choice.
Absolutely, it was just gorgeous paper what she used.
It was from the Mother's Day paper pads, wasn't it?
Yeah, from the paper library, wasn't it? Yes, yeah.
Really
some gorgeous papers in there, Becky.
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Gosh. So yes, so Amy, if you're watching and you've finished your project, please do send it in and we'll share it with everybody.
I love that. It sounds like we're checking on a homework. If you have completed your homework, I would like proof, please.
Right, so I've got a few there that I've already done. Actually, I might just do one more of that if I may. I've got a bit of time.
Yeah, you've got time, of course you have.
Let's put me. It was just showing you how easy it is to do that. Paper piecing is lovely, but sometimes time, you know, I'd rather just get my scissors out and do it this way. Like I said, just a little way of cheating a little bit when it comes to paper piecing, and I suppose really it depends on the kind of design you're going for. You could have multiple different colours. You could take your mediums, such as maybe your sparkle pens. You could actually do that with as well. Colour different sections in.
Oh, nice.
I love the one with the sparkle background and then just putting the outline dies over. I thought that's absolutely stunning card. But yeah, just really, really easy to achieve, and you can create some really lovely looks here as well with these gorgeous dies. So just move that to one side. Now I've gone for a slimline feature with this card. And what I've done is I've used the texture paper that I've used for the background so that it marries it all together. I talked about this earlier about how I sometimes choose things. I usually choose my papers. This is the background that I'd made using our tricolours, and it was just a little slither that I've just chopped down to size and done 4 bleaching. I never waste anything, Becky. Whenever I do anything, I just pop it into a box somewhere, because I know one day it's going to come in handy, which it has done for today. And that's how I chose the colours and why I would put those together, because I think this is all going to work really lovely together. So I've gone for a nice slimline feature. It could do a DL size. My particular size is, I've measured this at 8 inches by 8 and a half, and scored down the centre at the 4. So I've got that lovely DL shape. And then I've just taken my mats and layers. So this is textured cardstock, and this one is my background. And I've just gone down 1/4 inch. So it literally is 3 3/4 by 8 1/4. And then the difference there is 8 inches by 3 and 4, 3 3/4, 3 1/2. There we go. That's how I work out my mats and layers. Of course, there's mat and layer dies out there. Did you catch the Creative Craving show yesterday? Not Creative Cravings. Wait a minute, what was Jamie on? Creative Expressions, that's why I'm getting so confused with my names there. Jamie was here with Creative Expressions, some fabulous dies on there. Maybe they're still available. Go and check that out. You can go and have a little peek. Wow, we've got that fabulous... Remind me of the saying again.
Add more, save more.
Thank you very much. Yeah, coming to the last show, and I still can't remember that. But what a great time to get hold of things that you may possibly have seen, that you may want, but the added extra discount today is just phenomenal. And did we say it's running up until the end of play today?
It's
Tomorrow?
12 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, well, I mean, come on, that's amazing. Oh, is it Thursday tomorrow? Can I just say then, think about this. Oh, yes. Think about it, yeah. Think about it.
Treat
What I'm
yourself.
gonna say,
Treat yourself.
Shop savvy. Shop savvy. While you've got that fabulous code that's available, absolutely do that. Now, background looking all right, beautiful, all together. So now I'm just going to before I stick them down, I like to have a little bit of a play of where I'm going. Oh, that looks lovely, just with the one. Have a little play with where I want them. This is what I'm like, Becky, all the time. I don't know if you've noticed. But let's have a little play before I stick anything down. And that looks nice as well. Shall we have another one of those in the background? Oh, yeah. Or maybe I've gone too much now. Let's have a think. Oh, no, we'll have one up there.
I love this sort of flower arranging with paper, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and to be fair, I'm not very good at flower arranging. My daughter bought me some for Mother's Day.
Oh.
I just snipped ends off and shoved them in a vase.
Yeah.
Because I'm not into flower arranging, but they do look lovely when you do that. But I'm just thinking, do I use all of them? Do I use 3 of them? In fact, you know what I'm going to do?
Go on.
I'm just going to stick them down.
Right.
I'm going to just go against what I normally say. And do you know what? I'm going to lift them a little bit. I'm going to lift them with a little foam pad behind the back of them as well. Maybe some flat, some raised. That's
Lovely.
where I'm going to go with this one, Becky.
Lovely.
So we'll have a little, and I'm going to just put my little runny glue just at the back, just to give me a little bit of time.
We have got a deal on glue on today, just to let you know. 3 different types, 2 of each, and you can use that discount on it as well. And there's already a discount on it, but you can use the Add More, Save More code. So you can get minimum 15% off, up to 20% off. So the glue is currently at the side of your screen, just over there. See it, just there? So if you do fancy it, then do seize the moment, because we always need glue, don't we?
Absolutely, we always need glue. It's one of those crafty essentials that, as a crafter, we need in our lives. I'm loving the look of this. I'm looking up, because I think sometimes to take your eyes off it from forward and see it from the screen point of view, I think it looks really, really nice. I'm really quite pleased with this. And again, just showing you a very simple die, but so effective and so stunning, and boy, what a price as well. We've got a fabulous price on these. So I think I'm just going to put that there, and I think I might just have that one underneath, just at the very, yeah. But I'll have that flat as well. So let's pop that flat under there. And I'm just going to stick that down across. Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
Looking gorgeous. And all I've done with this, Becky, is I have popped on one of, do you know the stamps that we did with the mix and match, we called them? This is from the mix and match stamp set.
Oh, I know the one you mean.
Good Look one, yeah. So I'm just going to put that down in the bottom corner, like, oh, you little devil. So, and then I'm just going to finish off with a couple of little gems, little sparkly gems.
Oh, I wouldn't expect anything less.
Well, you know,
We love a bit of sparkle, don't
I love
you?
a sparkle. You know what I'm like? I'm a very sparkly kind of person. I think I'll just, no, I'll put 3. I'll go with 3. Let's have a little look. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's quite a lot. It's knowing when to stand away from it, Becky. I think I might just put a couple down in this corner door. See what I mean? Start putting one on.
I wonder how many you'd put on your craft along today. Oops, because that had a fair few, didn't it?
Absolutely, loads. I love anything that sparkles. A nice ribbon, a nice sparkle, just to give it a little finishing touch. But actually, those dies are doing all the talking. They're the ones that are making that stand out. Look at that. And again, just really, really lovely dies. Fabulous deal on the dies themselves. A lot of dies for your money. Intricate, beautiful outline dies, and so many different ways that you can use them. I adore these. I think I remember launching these, if I'm not far off correct. I think I did, you know. But boy, oh boy, didn't pay that price then. So if you didn't get them then and you've been sat there thinking about them, what a perfect opportunity tonight to get hold of them, and don't forget that extra little bit of discount. So the more you put in that basket, the more you're going to save. So definitely check that out as well. So there you go, Becky, first demonstration done and dusted.
Thank you. That was lovely make, isn't it? Really nice. If you would like to recreate that, then I will just remind you of the different designs you can get. Some of these are just screaming out for paper piecing. I mean, how quick and easy would that one be, say, to paper piece? Because sometimes with paper piecing, it's kind of the jigsawing back together that takes the longest, right? With some of these, it's just going to be really doable. I love this one. I think it'd be really nice with your Sharon Callis 3D designs. Do you know what I mean? I think that'd be really nice. We have got for you some butterflies, which would go great actually with those dies that we used with the craft along earlier. And I've got the dainty dragonflies as well. So all of those you are getting in here. And if you have just tuned in, you're late, but welcome. We have got a discount on today where every single, so basically you see in the white box there where it says $25.16 or $32.22. There is no reason that anybody on the planet, no matter where you are in the world, should actually pay those prices today, because we have got add more, save more on. So even if this is the only thing you buy, we're going to give you 15% off if you type in the code April1, and you can get a discount all the way up to using April 5, which will give you 20% off. So it's so worth doing it today if you do want to treat yourself, because this is an absolute bargain. As I said already with this, 40% off. If you are platinum, you're getting an extra 20% off, but then even if you are platinum, you use that code and you get another 20% off. So it's almost like 80% off the cost of these. Basically, we're giving them away. So do feel free to treat yourself to those. That's not the only goodie I've got on. Do you know what I'm very well aware of? This might be the last time I ever show you this. I was like, today. We have got for you limited edition, as you know. You might not have seen this before. If you haven't, isn't it gorgeous? If you're like Debbie and you love your shine and your sparkle and your glitz and your glam and your jewellery and your metallics, this is so for you. We have got for you here Gemini Jr in a limited edition rose gold finish. It's rose gold all the way around bind. I just want to point that out, you know, it's not just like we've done the real nice. Have you ever like bought a nice dress that's like lovely on the front and then just plain on the back? Yeah, we've not done that. We're giving you full 360 visual, even on the bottom. But you have got the power of your Gemini in here. It comes with the plates, it comes with your lead, and this is one of the final 12 that we have available on this earth. Okay, we have only got 12 available. It is UK only, I will let you know that, but there is literally 12 available, and then once this is done, it's done. Okay, so we're not doing a repeat run of these. So you could be, if you've been thinking in and ahhing, now is your chance to go, especially as today with the discount. Even if you only used the 15% discount, because this was all you got today, it's actually only $84.99. But you've already saved yourself 100 quid. So this is definitely worth having a little look at if you wanted to treat yourself to this beauty. Maybe you've got one that you really like and it's white and it's still going well, but actually you're going to give that to someone else and you're going to upgrade. Or maybe you've never had a junior before. Now is your chance to do it, because it is stunning. These, by the way, would be great to use with my next dies, because I have got for you something that you might not have seen before. I will let you know already over 33% of the stock has gone. They only launched yesterday. So if you missed us yesterday, let me show you these. They are so mega cool. We have got for you your wonderful ribbon threading dies. Now, we saw a great demonstration with Debbie earlier on where she showed you just how versatile these are, because although you might be able to see here in our kind of mock-up, we've got the ribbon running through this way. You can cross them over, you can go in different directions. There's loads you can do with this. So you've got many different designs here. You've got that one which was your diagonal lace. You've got this one which is your elaborate lace. I've got this one which is your pretty florals. This is the one that we were really talking about earlier on, and we just did like different directions, crisscrossed all over. It was fabulous. I've also got your swirls in here. Love this one. I was saying before, if you put like ribbon that had flowers on it, it looked like a trellis, wasn't it? Quite sort of English country garden. I've also got for you your bold florals, and finally I have got the charming lace as well, which I just think is stunning again. So you don't have to select which one you want, and what is the point in selecting today when you get that extra minimum 15% off the price? You can see, do seize the moment on these, and if you fancy a little bit of inspiration, I've got the lady for you.
And to be fair, we should have really not put these to bed yesterday, but because of all the gremlins in the system, we did ask nicely the powers that be, could we bring them into today's shows as well? Just because I don't want you to miss out. I really don't want you to miss out on these fabulous dies. They're from the Creator Card range, but they are ribbon threading dies. And these offer you all the things that a Creator Card would, because they come in two parts, and I'll just show you quickly what I mean by that. So this particular die I'm using is the elaborate lace. Now we've got lovely laces in here, we've got swirls in here, we've got florals in here, but it comes from the Creator Card range because you can create a card instantly with them. You can use just the decorative part that will cut out the piece and straight into cardstock, no outside cutting area. So if you're doing things like gift boxes and all those kind of things, this is going to be the one for you. From the Creator Card range though, we've brought in the outside cutting edge, which means then it creates that beautiful panel, which then means you've got a panel to be able to pop onto a card, creating a card quite quickly, quite easily, and lots of different styles as well. Now the concept behind this is that it's offering you multiple ribbon threading combinations. What do I mean by that? Normally, we just have ribbon threading dies where you can thread ribbon through one area, but not with these. These are offering you areas of different parts of that design that's been done by Leanne and the fabulous team and Sarah, where you can literally have 3 different designs. And I say 3, there may be more different with some of them. This one's got a lovely crisscross design. This is the same panel. You can see it running across the centre, which is this bottom one here. But you can also go down and do your 2 parts. So you've got 2 places where you can pop that and run it going, where you've got 2 pieces of ribbon through there. You've also then got the other option where you can offer it through at a crisscross angle all the way down to create a crisscross. And that's what we're going to do. Now the best way to show you, and this is not the die that I'm using, but the different ways that you can use them. This is the same bold floral design, but it's literally run across straight, run across diagonal, and then on this one multiple ways where it's got diagonal and then straight down. So there's lots and lots of ways, and that one actually would offer you 4 different ways, because if you take a look at that one where it goes across, you could use those to go across, thread down and diagonal all at the same time, offering you that different choice if you use different coloured ribbons. It's a great sample, that one. I absolutely love it, to show you the different ways that you can use that. So I'm going to use the elaborate lace for this, and I am going to use it as a full panel and cut out the panel. So I'm just going to move that to one side. I'm going to bring in my plate, so I'll use my Gemini Jr plates and I'll pop that onto there. So this is Century Pearl. Any cardstock will work with this, and if you have seen the launch show, I have done a few different things. I've been very lucky to work with them over the last couple of days, and I do love these dies. I'm not going to lie, I love Creator Card ranges at the best of times, but when we bring it into a ribbon threading concept, which offers me more than one thing, Craig were coming up with some ideas yesterday when we launched them. Lots and lots of different ways that you can use these dies. You could die cut them into some acetate, heavy duty acetate. Don't use the panel, just cut into some acetate, use it as a stencil, use it on your foil press machine, use it how they're intended with the ribbon threading, which is the way I'm going to use them, because it's such a look at these as well. You could be using these little dots. We might save those for later. Let's just push those to one side rather than flicking them on the floor like I normally do. But I'm just going to lift that off so you can see now that it cuts out and creates that frame. So I don't need the frame bit. I'll take that off, pop that to one side, and then I'm just going to give it a tiny little tap. And look, now we've got this beautiful Creator Card. I'm just going to stick some white cardstock underneath so you can see. But But look at all the different ways, depending on which way you do this actually. So I'll pop it that way so you can see what I mean. I've got these areas here where I can thread through 2 different ribbons. I've got the areas to go through that way as well. But I've also got the option of doing a crisscross because of this diagonal square point here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some crisscrossing. So I've got some ribbon. Gone for some really bright colours today, Becky. Excuse me.
Nice.
Let me just take a quick swig.
Go ahead. That looks absolutely brilliant.
Right, so any kind of ribbon, they've been designed to work with a 6mm ribbon. However, we've talked about this throughout the shows that I've been doing with them. You can use thicker ribbon, you can use satin ribbon, organza, all sorts of different types and widths. You'll just get a different effect. If you're going for a bigger ribbon through a tinier hole, you'll get a ruched effect, which looks equally as stunning as when you do for a thinner ribbon. So I'll show you the concept behind the crisscross. So I'm going to go in, let me just put me onto a Katie corner. For those who've missed what I've said about little tips that you can do, when I'm at home, and for obvious reasons in the studio with sprinklers and everything, I can't do the method that I would do normally, which is I would singe the end of my ribbon. It doesn't set it all alight, you're just literally crinkling the edge and it gives you a nice crinkly edge to be able to thread through. But there's other ways that you can do it as well. You can add tape around the end, you can use glue around the end, you can get a darning needle, loads of different ways. You'll probably find a way that works for you, and for me, during this one, I'm just going to do it in this aspect with the Katie corner cut. Dear me, that sounded a lot to take there. Now I'm just going to put my fingers through there because I'm going to go through that all in the diagonal, like so. Now you can, obviously, depending on the style, I can now then go up there and thread it through and do and repeat and then come back on itself. But I can also go in the same direction, so this is a different way. So I'm going to go into the one next to it, Becky. So if I just push that in fact I might make it easy for myself if I turn it around. Debbie, get your fingers and your thumbs working. And I'm going to thread that back through the next hole when I can get a grip of my ribbon. And I'm going to pull that through. So let me just grab hold of that end. So what I've got now is it's through that next hole. Now I'm going to just push this through because I want it to give me a little bit of give, and I don't want to be restraining myself, especially as I'm going to do a little crisscross. But I'm going to do a crisscross with 2 different colours. Normally I would use the same ribbon, but again I want to show you lots of different ways that you can use these and how to use them to the best, get them. Oh, look at Becky, look what I did.
Oh, hey.
What a nincompoop. Because I'd already put my tape on my said ribbon to help myself with the threading process. So can you just bear with me a second while I do that again, because it'll make my life go so much easier if I do it this way. Yeah, put my tape on. I already did that. What am I like? That's because I went out for some tea and had some tea to eat. So let's go and start that little process again. So bringing that all the way through, you can actually, to help yourself a little bit as well, secure that down to start with. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to use, let's see if I can find my thin, there it is. I'm going to hold it down with a bit of red liner tape. So I'm going to snip a little bit off. And because red liner tape is super strong, I know that that ribbon ain't moving nowhere. But what I'm just going to do is trim off the end. And now I can start that process again. So I'm going to get my end that's got the tape on. I'm going to go back through that part and pull that through. Now yesterday what I did was I did the loop, hook and loop, where I went through, but what I'm just going to do is literally go back in that opposite one. So, and I'll show you when I pull that through and you'll be able to see that. Like so, and then I'm going to go back up through the hole next to it because I'm going to do a different colour coming over to create the crisscross.
I see.
So I'm going to go back in and back up again through that same thing and just repeat that all the way up to the top.
I get you.
Do you get me?
Yes, so you're always starting, you're always coming up through the left-hand hole.
Yeah, and this is just because I'm going to be using 2 different colours. Already it's looking beautiful though, just with that one. I mean, that's the thing. This is the whole idea. We've given you 3 ideas on how you can use them on the front of the packaging, but there's nothing to stop you from trying different combinations yourself. And as I showed you with that bold floral, there's more than the 3 ways that you can use them. And I would say with this one exactly the same, there's more than 3 ways that you could use this one.
Oh, definitely.
So it's that versatility, it's that multi-ribbon combination that you can do with these, which for me offers something that little bit different to a normal ribbon threading die that we do. And again, just looks really fabulous. Look at that, those 2 colours, they're just popping, absolutely popping.
Fab.
So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm just going to stop there, and I'm going to pop some tape over the end. And again, all I want to get across is how easy this is to do. So I'll pop that across, and that's my tape now secured. Now I've been using glue earlier on, but I'm just wanting to show you it's now nice and secure and it's not going anywhere. So the next one I'm going to take is the green one, because I'm going to do pink and green. I did tell you we're going bright today.
Love it.
Very, very bright. So I'm just going to chop this end off, and I've got enough to do the next one, but I'll show you that in a moment, because what I want to show you is now the crisscross. So all we're going to do is repeat that process, but on the opposite end. So we're going to go in the holes that are remaining. So if I just poke that through. And again, before I actually just start threading, I'm going to secure down with a little bit of tape over the top. Tape pen will work. That's what I've been using all the way through the last last couple of days. Getting ahead of myself there. Just to secure it down, and it enables, I know that it's not going to go anywhere, but what I need to do now is go back into the hole that we threaded in initially, because this is how you'll get that crisscross. So I'm going to poke that through, and having that tape on is going to hopefully help me, she says. Just grab hold of it at the other end. This will teach me to have long nails. I said this, do you know, I said this yesterday. I'm going for my nails doing tomorrow and getting them put a bit shorter, because they've outgrown. I only have like 1 set a month normally, and they've grown a little bit. So they're due for another cut, and a cut down smaller.
Well, actually, Maricel has just messaged in saying, Debbie, I love your nails.
Oh, bless. Oh, they'll be changing. When you see me at the weekend, there'll be different nails. That's, of course, if my granddaughter lets me get off tomorrow, because she's got so many plans. I've just had a little chat with her just as we're talking to her. She's having a tea. Sat having a cheesy pasta, God love her.
Oh.
Nan, what are we doing tomorrow? You pick me up from nursery? Yes, sweetheart, I'll pick you up from nursery. What are we doing tomorrow? I thought, well, really, I've got plans, because I've got all sorts to do for weekend, but I'm going to have to do that through the night, because little Missy Sassy Pants wants an Alan to go and pick her up from nursery and do things with her. And who am I to deny that gorgeous little girl? Now, can you see that beautiful threading, that option that we've got? So I'll just continue that. So all I'm doing is going back into the hole that I've already threaded, but going into the opposite direction. So that's all I'm doing with this one. Taking it, pushing that through. Goodness me. I was just going to say, producer Johnny, have I got these on at the weekend? Because thank goodness I am having my nails done at the weekend. Because I'm telling you, me and my ribbons today and my threading. There we go. Let's just push that through. Oh, where's your poker tool gone, Debbie? Let's see if I can hook it through. In fact, tell you what, if I pull it tight, that should help as well. It's not helping because I've not got it tight. So push, pull, thread, and back down again.
Ooh, Tim's got an idea.
Yes.
You could use the skeleton dies you've just had on the show, paper piece them like you did, Debbie, and then use this as a trellis.
And your techniques. But can you see that coming together really beautifully? I'll just finish that another panel, because I'm not going to subject you to try already done on the other side as well, but it's, again, I just want to show you that multiple combination that you can do and that you can achieve with this. So let me bring in my tape pen and speed that process up a little bit. Pop down some tape and literally just snip off that end, and you've got that lovely crisscross design. However, you have got the choice of, you've got other areas where you can thread through diagonally. So you would go in and you'd pull that through and then go through that other hole and just go down. And this way it creates that, again, it's that multiple different combinations that you can create. And I could go up, back through, depending on how thin your ribbon is, and back down over. So I could actually create another technique where I could go over the top and create a lovely technique as well. So there's lots of ways that you can use them. The way that I used them though, Becky, was I did it on both sides, exactly the same, using that same ribbon. And again, make it as easy as hard as you want. Choose your combination. You've got some choices there to be going with. You can see from that same panel how different it looks straight away, but of course there's nothing to stop you from popping it on the other way as well, which actually is the way that I'm going to do this. So I've taken some white cardstock and I've cut it using, and I will talk about that frame again, you could, to create that perfect matte and layer behind the back of it, you can use that which will create a beautiful solid piece to fit behind the back. However, what I wanted to do with this was have a little bit of white showing at the top. So I've literally just taken the sizing, which is about 4 by, in fact, if I remember, it's 4 by, let's get this right, just under 4, just 5.5 inches. So 5.25, sorry, by 3 3/4. So you can measure that to size just using your guillotine. And I'm just going to stick that onto the back. Again, you could lift it if you wanted a bit more of a lifted technique. You could do this with your shaker card elements as well. Add some acetate at the back and then pop it onto some foam. And then lift it and then have a shaker card element. And I'm just looking for my dotty tape pen because it is a nice intricate design. I'm going to keep it flat, mine. So, and I'm going to use my dotty tape pen because I don't want any of the glue coming through the areas of that lovely intricacy that's on there. I'm then going to stick that over the top. Let's pop that in and pop that down. There we go. And then I'm going to bring it and pop it onto some more cardstock, and I've chosen something that will lift the ribbon because I've gone 3 different kind of colours here, but by choosing a pink it's just lifted that pink ribbon and given it that framing again. So what I'm just going to do with that one is I am going to lift it with some foam. I've been using loads of foam pads lately over the last couple of days, but I just want to lift it a little bit. Normally it's my 3D Collal glue, however I've lost my little syringe bit, and then I've done the horrible thing of not taking the air out of my tube, so it's gone hard. I've done that thing that I tell people not to do, and I've actually done it myself, so now I need to get myself some more. So I've run out of chunky glue at the moment, but I will be getting some more in.
Well, good, because don't forget we've got 2 in that pack.
Oh,
that's on offer today. Just a thought.
Yeah, absolutely. I've chosen a sentiment from our range, and literally I thought this one would quite nice, and we're just going to do the centre there. So I'll lift that with a foam pad or 2. In fact, I might just snip this down and get 2 out of this one. Let's pop one on one end, one on the other. Lift those off. And then just attach that to the middle part, like so. And then I'm going to bring in my card base. So what I've done with this one is I'm creating an easel card. And depending on your size, I'll give you the measurements for this one, which is 9.5 inches by 6 inches. I've scored it at 5 and scored it at 7 to create my easel feature. And I've done myself a matching square piece because I wanted it not to just sit on its own. I wanted it to have a proper full back in there. So it literally is the same size as the half point, which is your 6 by, let me get that right, 6 by 4.5. I'm just going to put my glue just onto the bottom part, like so. And then I'm just going to match that up. And then I'm going to sit that onto the top part of the easel piece. And again, I'll use my tape pen. Have I run out? No, it's still there. Still got some left. Dear me, I'm having a few issues today. Let's get that on there. And I'll just position before I commit to make sure it's nice and straight. Yep, happy with that. And then I just need a little bit of a strip here to stop it from flopping over. So I've just literally, you know, I talked about those waist pieces. If I bring them back in for a second, I've used them as little embellishments. I thought they were quite cute, and again I've used some of the ribbon, bringing it all into line. It's all about your colour combinations and making them work for you. Pop some foam pads. I'm just going to sit that onto the bottom part like so, and there you go. Beautiful easel, ribbon threading, die set, multiple combinations that you can use. And who says you can't have some bright colours on a card, Becky? Who says you can't?
I love it. It's so summery. It's got a touch of the sort of festival about it as well, right?
Yeah.
I love that. These, just as a reminder, are the other designs that you can get within this collection. Diagonal lace. We've got the elaborate lace, which we've just used. Pretty florals. I've got the swirls. I've also got your bold florals, and finally your charming lace as well. They're absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? Do feel free to seize the moment on those. I had a message in earlier. Becky, I sent in a photo of my GG daughter. Do we think that means great? No, great daughter?
Great-granddaughter?
Great-granddaughter?
Yeah.
Surely not, Samantha. Samantha, you're not old enough to have a great-granddaughter, are you? Anyway, it is a birthday explosion box. Will you share it? You want to bet your bottom dollar.
Whoa.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, Samantha, that is so cool.
That's amazing. That's from our lovely exploding box, isn't it?
Yeah.
I absolutely love your colour combos and your choices and behaviours, and of course, all your members of your family there. Absolutely beautiful. Did you say great-great-granddaughter?
It looks like that. GG daughter.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Is that your her on the front with the saxophone? Oh, saxophone's very difficult to play, isn't it? That's
Absolutely,
amazing.
yeah.
Samantha, thank you so much for sending that in. We absolutely love it. That's beautiful. Now, we have got, basically we're well busy today, as you can imagine, because first off, we've got some great things on, including some really pretty hot off the press items, but also because we have got that fabulous deal on at the moment, which is basically spend and save. So we have got to give you a little bit of time to go and check out those up to 5 things to use that up to 5 items 20% off code. Okay, if you want to find out more, you don't know what this is about, head on over to our website because it's happening right here right now. So whilst you go and peruse what you need, give you time to check out your baskets, let's have a little look about our Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Hello, how are you? Oh, how's your day going thus far? Out of 10? Go on, be honest. How's about we boost it a bit? How's about we give it a little boost, a little shimmy shimmy with some more fabulous treats and deals? Did you get your peepers and your hands on that fabulous discount deal? Did you? If you have just tuned in, because I don't know, you've been doing something ridiculous like working, then we have got a fabulous deal on today, which is add and save. So if you add up to 5 items in your basket, you can get up to 5% off, and you just have to use these codes. And that is on top of, 5 items, 20%, yeah? So you, did I say 5%? Oh yeah, it's me like trying to, I'll keep all the rest. Ooh, yeah, I'll 5%, I'll take the rest. No, I'm not like that, share the wealth. But yes, we have got the opportunity here for you today. Basically, if you check out one item and you put in the code April 1, then you have 15% off. But if you add 5 items, you're going to get 20% off. How cool is that? And if, say, for example, you are a platinum member, you get the 20% off because you're a platinum member, but then you also use the code, you get the extra 20% off. It's amazing, right? And it could be on anything. Like, it doesn't have to be big things like this. It could be little things like what I'm about to bring you here. So let me give you the opportunity to bring some harmony to your life with some quick dry ink pads. These ink pads do what they say on the tin. They're highly saturated in colour, and you can use these with lovely stamps of all varieties, including the likes of sentiments and pictorial ones, as well as the likes of even your rubber stamps. Let me show you the colours that you're going to be getting in this collection. We're getting hot with some fuchsia here. I've also got for you your midnight, which is a lovely deep blue. Just to give you an idea of colours, by the way, if you look in this panel, that's the colour that's kind of it's going to look like. I've got your honey pot as well. Then I'm bringing to you your pine tree. Sorry, I'm giggling because I just like looking at the other languages. I'm like, pine tree, pin. Well, I never. I don't know what language it is though. We'll work it out. I've got your pale fig as well, or your figgy pale. Oh gosh, quite the dialect. As well as that, I've got your green topaz, or your topaz vert. It's got to be French then, the first one. Worked it out. I've got your fire brown as well, your misty morning. Then I'm bringing to you your lagoon, or if you're in France, lagon. I've also got for you your orange. Wow, really lovely pop of orange. Sorry, I'm saying wow, because first off, I'm like, there's only one translation here. Second off, am I saying that? No, I can't do it. Oh, I sounded like someone off Star Wars then, didn't I? Anyway, you have got all of these stunning colours. Yes, of course, that was French. We have got for you all of these stunning colours, and they really are beautiful. They're kind of, you're going to be able to use them for loads of different looks and designs, and of course they're quick dry, so you can make it a flash with them. Today they are just $38.99, but nobody pays that. I really need to make that clear. I know it's also $54.99, but again, nobody pays that, because even if this is the only thing you buy, type in April 1 at checkout, 15% off, like that. So if you do want to seize the moment, now be your chance. And there's some colours in here, such as, for example, the honey pot and the green topaz, that would go great with our latest Nitwit collection. Now, this collection, I have to say, is by far my favourite one that we have done with Nitwit. It is absolutely beautiful. If you've not seen Nitwit collections before, think high quality, quick, professional looking cards in an instant. Let me show you some of the things that we've got in here. So you're going to get some embellishments within this. This is just an example of them. I wanted to just show you. You actually get loads of these, 124 pieces, but these are the different colours you're getting, and as you'll soon see, those colours are beautifully mimicked within the work itself. I've got embossing folders within here. We're going to talk more about embossing folders later. Then I've got for you stamp and die in this. So again, look at that gorgeous design, colour it in, stamp it out. Ooh, stamp it out with the Midas. That looked cool, couldn't it? Got them on the show at a discount deal. I've got some borders as well for you that are really pretty. They work really nicely together. Then I've got some sentiments, and there's lovely sentiments in here. Celebrate this day is a really nice one. Hello to you, dear friend, is another one. And then these are the things, well, one of the things we love Nitwit for, it's our toppers. So these are already cut out for you. I won't pop them out just because this is obviously a sample piece, but these are all extra round, so you literally just pop them out. You don't have to cut them out and nothing. It's all done for you. And these, you're getting like sentiments, you're getting lovely little tags that you can use, you're getting border designs that you can use, and all of these kind of themes you will see running throughout the vellum and paper pad. So this is your vellum that we've got here. And what I love with this vellum is some of them have got really translucent areas in the centre, but then some of them, like this one I think it is, yeah, look, this one's just like complete pattern overload, so it's a little bit more gentle with kind of what you can see through it. Loads of different designs in there, as you can see. I've then got the 12 by 12. These are huge. Again, you don't just get one of each of these. This is just our sample to show you, but double-sided designs. You're getting a few pages of each, and they are so beautifully thought out. If you love doing your memory books, your photo albums, your jotting, etc., these are just going to make you smile time and time again. And as I mentioned, all lovely and complimentary, even down to your luxury cardstock that you're going to get with it as well. And this cardstock, by the way, has got a little bit of a light swoosh about it. Oh, pearlescent. Isn't that gorgeous? It's absolutely shimmering, positively effervescing with that light. It's gorgeous. So yeah, we've got all of these for you today in the collection, and you should be paying nearly £110. That's nearly $140. But today though, nowhere near that, especially with the minimum 15% off discount that you can get today. This really is your time to take action, so do feel free to grab it. Should we have a little look at some samples with Debbie? What have you got, Debbie?
Honestly, if some people out there in crafting will already know about Nitwit, which is a Canadian online digital downloadable company. So they do lots of downloads that you can then print, click, go and do what you want with them. Leanna's been a massive fan for a long time and literally collaborated, got together with Fran and the lovely people at Nitwit Collection, and brought out all these things that we've been having coming along. And I literally got so excited when I heard there was 2 new collections this year, already beautiful. This one, the colour palette on this is absolutely stunning. And we've collaborated with the guys there, with our team, and we've got this beautiful collection where we've brought it into more real life crafting. And I say real life crafting, I mean like more physical product, as in the fact that you've got the paper in a pad form, you've got the toppers in a pad form, you've got dies in there, embossing folders in there, and all those extra embellishments, which then when they all come together create these. These are just stunning, absolutely beautiful concepts where you're using and making your cards or your projects or your scrapbooking pages with these fabulous designs, and they simply are out of this world. I'm going to have to agree with Becky. I mean, I am a massive fan of Nitwit. For me, I'm going to put it out there, I think this has been my favourite so far. And it literally is absolutely glorious. I don't know if it's the colour palette, the embossing folder. Look at these 2 different ones with the embossing folder. 2 beautiful different designs, same embossing folder, but just added extras on there. I say added extras. It's literally combining all the elements from the dies to the embossing folders to the toppers and popping them together. They're absolutely stunning, but it is Just absolutely beautiful. I think it's that colour palette, you know, Becky, that does it for me. Those beautiful spring-like colours. So I'm going to use, if I can I do a demo with them? Am I right to do a demo?
Yeah, dive on it.
Yay! My favourite bit. I'm going to use some of the papers. I'm going to use a die and some of the toppers in this one. And I've gone with the beautiful lace one. I just love this. This is what we call an edgeable, because it's got the, and you can see the little, I call them the little nicks, but they're like little notches at either end. The outside cutting edge goes all the way around. Beautiful, delicate design, but the bottom doesn't have a raised die cut section, so it means it stays connected into your cardstock, which is perfect for running either along the top of your cardstock, diagonal on your cardstock, like you do with any of our edgeables, or simply down the side of your cardstock, which is what I'm going to do with this one. Now, this is a piece of our multi-purpose card. I've used my, as always, my Ultimate Pro. I used the full A4 sheet, and I've scored it on the half fold A4 and the gatefold A4 to create this lovely fold back card. So if you were doing a double Z fold card, you would just put a little extra sheet and cut it out, but I've just trimmed mine down to, if I remember, 6 inches, because the die itself is quite a nice size, Becky. It's just over 6 inches by just under 2.5 inches, so I've trimmed it down to 6 inches so that I know it's going to cut out just with that tiny little bit of overhang there, but I want it to stay connected but have this gorgeous design running on the outside. So for that, I'm going to bring in my larger plates in this one, Becky. So I'm going to bring in my large plate, pop my cardstock onto there, and I just want it running down the edge. Now, you could have it on both edges, but for this particular demo, I want it just running down the side of this one. So I'm going to pop on there my low tack tape, like so. And I'm going to hold that into place. I've taken it up to the edge, so there's no right or wrong way with this, it's just the design that I'm going with. And I'm going to literally now just pop it on as a thin metal die combination and run that through my Gemini. And let the Gemini do all the hard work. I'm actually going to bring it back because there's only a section of it on there. So let's bring that back instead of running all the way through there. And I might even use some of that gorgeous pearlescent cardstock to create a little backdrop as well. So let's pop that off the plate. Are you all right over there, Becky?
Yeah, just throwing some ink pads around because I'm crazy. Sorry.
That's usually my trick, Becky, not yours. It's usually mine.
You know when you try and like not make a sound and then you end up making more?
Try it. I do that all the time, Becky, let me tell you. I do it all the time. Try to be quiet and end up making the most noise. So what I'm going to do is just grab my die cleaning brush. And let's get rid of all those pieces. Another little tool, great tool to have if you don't have one, is our die cleaning brush. It comes with a sponge as well. So if you are filling those baskets up of things that you might... Becky, are you making the biggest noise over there, aren't you? You're not normally that noisy. Pardon? You're not normally that noisy.
That wasn't me, that was my good old friend Gravity, just lopping something off. I didn't even touch it.
It does happen though, that, don't it, Becky?
Yeah.
You can be walking past something, you haven't touched it, your bag's not touched it, it just falls off in front of you and you're like, how on earth did that happen?
Yeah.
How's it done that? It gives me the spooks when that happens.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It does, because I know I physically haven't touched it. I know I haven't knocked it over. However, it's still gone tumbling down. I'm like, how does that work? Look how gorgeous that is, Becky.
Lush.
Without even adding anything to it. Absolutely beautiful. But I would like to add another piece onto there. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of this gorgeous cardstock. Ooh, now because I've used the dark blue, I think I'm going to go in with that dark blue one. Let me just pinch it. Actually, I didn't use the dark blue one. Let's get those colours out there, Becky, just for a second. There it is. That gorgeous. I mean, I can't even describe that colour. Can someone help us out with that colour? Because it is stunning.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
It's like a bluey green.
Yeah.
Would you call it a bluey green?
Aqueous teal.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh, Becky. That's a new word.
Maybe.
Is that one you've just made up?
No, aqueous, it just means water-like.
Well, it is very much,
yeah.
Absolutely, very much water-like. So that's a great description. Might have to pinch that one. But I'm just going to run that through again. Let's just pop that on my plate, because I'm just going to use this as a bit of a border and a little bit of a backdrop behind the back of me white, and it'll just offset it a little bit as well. So let's run that through like so. And then I'm going to use some of the toppers. So that's the only part of the die set that I'm going to use. There's other dies in there, and some embossing folders, some embellishments on there as well. Some really nice pieces, which I've been a fan of Nitwit myself for a long time, which I have purchased in the past, where I've been able to download and print out the elements, but then I've had to do all the fussy cutting as well. So for me, this is a lovely addition to a lovely collaboration. Look at those, Becky. I'd be using those for a bit of paper piecing back into the die. Love a little idea, but yeah, it's just lovely that we've got a physical form of craft with the Nitwit collection now, which just is absolutely gorgeous. And a big fan of theirs. And this one, I'm honestly stunning. Absolutely stunning. So that is now cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give it a little bit of a backdrop onto the back. So for that I just need my, now then I'll put it on the front. Yes, so I need my dotty tape pen, which normally you would think, would you not put it on the back? But it's going to sit, the white card is going to sit on the top of it. So I am going to go in with my dotty tape pen all the way around, and I'll trim the rest, the bits that I'm not going to use. So I'd rather have it bigger, and then bring my card in, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a drop shadow. So I just tuck that under there for a second, and let me just see if I can position it. Perfect. So a slight little drop, and it creates a little bit, can you see that little bit of a shadow? But it gives it a little bit of dimension, and I love that for that reason. So I am going to just turn that swirl around, because it seems to have twisted for some reason. Or is it my blue one that's twisted? No, it's my white one. Let me just get that out from underneath there, Becky.
Okay, pokes. By the way, Samantha messaged back in. GG daughter is great granddaughter. Samantha, you don't look old enough.
Great granddaughter.
30 maximum. 30 maximum. But also, that was a picture of her on the front. She's with the saxophone. She's 13 years old.
Aww.
She's absolutely beautiful, and I love that she plays the saxophone. You ever tried to play the saxophone?
I've played. I can't do the saxophone. I've done the trumpet, the cornet, and the trumpet. So right. I can play those two instruments, but not tried the saxophone.
No. It's a reed instrument, isn't it? But yeah. It's hard to play a reed instrument, isn't it?
What, love?
It's hard to play a reed instrument.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but I've always fancied the idea of the saxophone. I wish I'd pursued my musical instruments, when I was younger.
Do you? Which one particularly did you like?
I used to love playing trumpet. I started with the cornet and moved on to the trumpet, because obviously small, and then to the larger one.
Yeah.
And passed my musical exams, would you believe? Try and put me in front of a musical thing now and I won't have a clue. It's been such a long time. But yeah, absolutely. I wish I had carried it on, because quite a nice thing to do, isn't it? A bit of music in you.
Yeah.
Right, Becky, so I've got my drop shadow working. I'm using the chosen cardstock and created, and again, those papers are phenomenal. And which side do you use? I mean, come on, tell me, because these are just stunning. So I'm just going to glue those two panels together and then pop my mat and layer. And all I did for the measurements of that, Becky, was that I took from where the die finished and went up to, and just measured it. Measure your panel. It'll probably depend on the size that you go in with. Mine is 3.5 inches by the 6 again, just dropped it down a little bit there. And I'm just going to pop that on and create a little bit of a panel. But then I'm going to do also the same on the front. But isn't this just the most beautiful, beautiful collection? It's absolutely stunning. I've got one for the front panel as well, Becky, so I think I might turn that. Yeah, I think I might match it up. Yeah, we'll do that. So again, I'm just going to stick my panels down like so. Very easy to work with as well, the Nitwit collections, and when you've got all these beautiful things that work together so lovely, it's very, very easy to get creative with them. You've got all those toppers in that pad. I mean, there are a lot of toppers in that pad. There's things like your banners, tags, love hearts, florals, corners, sentiments. It goes on and on and on. It's just a beautiful, beautiful collection, and it really, everything just works so lovely. So I've I've got the back drop and the front drop, but on this one now I have gone into that pad, and I'll just bring it out just for a second to show you again one more time so you can see. But you've got all of these to be able to choose from. There are loads and loads and loads and loads in there. Flowers, strips, borders, there's a ton of things on there that you can get creative with. So I've just popped a few out. So I've got myself a little banner, I've got one of the florals, I've actually popped some foam pads on the back of mine, taken one of the sentiments, I've got a couple of the smaller butterflies and one of the larger butterflies as well, because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing with this just yet. I literally just popped a few out and then popped some foam pads on because I thought I'll work on it afterwards when I get to the studio. But literally, I think I'll have that going a little bit upwards, like so. And then I'm going to have a little butterfly coming out at the bottom. I think I'm just going to use I think I put my hot glue gun in this time. Have I popped it in? Yes, I have. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue just onto the back, like so. And then just stick that on. And then lift the butterfly wing so you've got a little bit of depth and dimension there. I think we might have to have this coming down here. Yeah, we'll have that on the inside. So let's open that up.
You know Susie, social superstar?
Yes.
She says, my 14-year-old daughter plays the trumpet in the band and in a jazz band, Debbie.
Oh, I didn't know that, Susie.
That's cool, isn't it?
That is cool, yeah, absolutely. That is really cool. Oh,
Playing the trumpet at 14 in a jazz band. I mean, come on,
that's
cool
amazing,
points.
that really, a jazz band.
Yeah.
My goodness me. I was I was in the school band and I used to do competitions and things like that when I was younger. I was actually at secondary school by then when I did all this, by the way, Becky, just so you know. But yeah, I loved it. I'm not going to lie, I loved it. But then it got, do you know, with my friends, it got a little bit uncool. Do you know, because I went to school band.
I see.
And, you know, not that I was teased. I probably did actually stop because of that reason. And really, when I think about it now, I regret that decision. But it's a little bit of peer pressure, isn't it?
You could take it up again. Now it's stopping you.
I could. There's nothing to stop me. Absolutely nothing to stop me, Becky. Not at all. But yeah, could do. But yeah, Susie T, I didn't know that about you when your, did you say daughter? Yep. And a jazz band at that. I mean, how amazing is that? I love a bit of jazz music. Love a little bit of jazz. So all I'm doing is literally adding certain elements. So I've used the gorgeous die, little backdrop, some of the sentiments, some of the butterflies and the tags, and then I'm just going to go in with a little love heart just at the top here. And we'll just pop that underneath, and we'll have that going a little bit Katie corner. I'm going to leave the big butterfly off. I'll save that for another time because I'm quite happy with my make, because you're going to make beautiful, beautiful cards with this. Whatever you use in this collection, you're guaranteed to make some stunners. And quite quick and easy cards as well, Becky. So it's not something that's going to take a lot of time to do. Just decide on a card and then just get creative with that beautiful, beautiful collection. And it truly is beautiful. It's one of my favourites that we've done from the Nitwit collection. And it's absolutely stunning, which is Kindly Thoughts. Stunning.
It really is, and a lot of you are absolutely adoring this. Tim messaged in saying Nitwit's my middle name, and lots of you saying how much you love this collection. If now you've seen just a design put together, you fancy getting your own hands on it, I'll quickly whip through the treats you get. Just whilst I am whipping through these, I do want to remind you that although on your screen you see $86.99 or $109.50, nobody should be paying that today. I mean, you should be paying like nearly £25 or nearly $30 more than that, but we've got a code on today, so even if you only buy one thing, you'll get a minimum of 15% off. And that's on top of, like, if you're platinum, you can still get up to 20% off. So well worth bearing that in mind. Head on over to the first page of our website and you'll find out more on there. So as well as all of those toppers, you're getting our wonderful vellums as well. I'll show you some more of my vellums as well, if you don't mind. They are. Have a nosy at them. Oh, beautiful designs, aren't they? And again, if you've not seen vellum, it's a lovely translucent detail that you get in there. So real nice elements and treats that are complemented beautifully with the likes of our luxury pearl cardstock, as you can see. Lovely with the yellows and blues as well here. Really, really nice to pair those up, especially as they go really nicely again with our 12 by 12 paper pads, of which are double-sided, and you get lots of each one, so you don't have to pick your favourite. You can use different size for different projects. Those are just a few. Get these home right here, right now, for less than the price on screen, no matter where you are with us. So do seize the moment on that. Can I ask you a question? Have you got quite a lot of dies? Yeah. If you do, I've got something that may well help you out, because today we are bringing to you these fabulous folders. Now I've got 2 different sizes of said folders. We're going to start off with the large one, and this one's our most popular one today. We had some messages in when I showed this earlier on, actually. I can't remember all your names, but some people were saying like you've got like 10 of them. Someone said they've got a dozen of them. These, if you've not seen them, are really lovely sturdy carriers, and they are sturdy. It's a fabric carrier. You've got your lovely name tag on there as well, where you can put some information about yourself. It's sturdy, and it's absolutely jam-packed full of uses. So I've got 3 pockets at the front here. I've got your ring binder section, so you can pop in more of these sheets. And these sheets here are very, very super duper strong but malleable magnets. So that means that when you're popping your dies on them, they stick in place. So these are really wonderful, especially as in this collection you can see you're getting the stamp and die folder with 2 packs of magnetic panels. So that is an extra little special treat that you've got in there. So basically you're getting 3 in each pack because you're getting 2 packs. With this pack you're getting 1 of those for free. So basically you'll come away with like 6 different pages within this that you can keep all of your dies, and basically, you know, go and recycle all the packaging because you don't need that anymore, and so you're saving yourself a lot of space. So really useful. That is the large one. Again, just as a little reminder, if you're in the UK, say you use the code April1, you are going to get that for just £22.93 approximately today. That's cool, isn't it? Now let's go on to the smaller version. This one's maybe nice for your more delicate and dainty dies. So maybe you want, like say you've got a mini, and you've got like, this one could be like your mini folder. So you know that all of the dies that you put in this are for your mini. So you're not kind of going, oh, I need those dies for my mini, and then you're not having to look through all the pages on your big one. You just know it's in the small folder. So let me show you this. Again, it's the same sort of situation, but just so you can see it. Oh, way up, Bex. Caught myself then. Caught myself. There we go. So this one's got 2 pockets, as you can see. Again, ring binder, and the same situation with this pack that you're getting. You are going to be able to get your hands on those different elements, the 2 packs of the pages with multiple different dividers in it. So well worth a treat. If you are getting this with 15% off in the UK, it's just £18.65, which is brilliant. So do seize the moment if you fancy a little bit of storage. Let's go for our hero tool of the day. Now, this offer I'm going to offer you is only on today, just to let you know, and we will be having a natter about this in just a few moments. But it is all about our Shimmer Shine Midas. These ones are our wonderful Midas ink pads. And I won't go into much detail because you're going to see in like less than 3 minutes exactly how impactful these are. But basically they give you a wonderful shimmer to your design. Pigments, I've got colours for you today. Bronze, platinum, I've got your pink lace, I've got your red garnet or garnet rouge. I've also got for you your amethyst as well. So lovely, lovely jewel tones in there. It all comes with some black paper as well. Now this is our wonderful paper pad, 240 GSM, so it's not like your standard paper, you know, like your printer stuff. And the great thing with the black is you can use it for things like, you know, card bases, but just look, this is actually with metallic pencils, but just look how great metallic can look on black. It's phenomenal, isn't it? So yes, you're going to get all of those, loads of sheets, all of these today, price on screen. Again, use that discount code that we've got for you, because even if you're platinum, it's basically you're going to be getting yourself 40% off if you buy 5 items today, which is really cool. So do seize the moment on that one. Shall we find out about the sparkle and shine? Because you are a bit of a magpie, aren't you, Debbie?
Oh, absolutely. And I might need to pinch your amethyst, if I may.
No
Which is the only colour that I've got missing. Because I'm going to talk to you about the Midas metallic pigment ink pads. Thank you very much, Becky. Thank you. And I'm going to show you. In fact, can we get in close with this one, Charlotte, so I can show you these fabulous ink pads? I'm going to show you this just so you can see. These are packed, and when I say packed, this sponge, can you see this beautiful sponge? It's super squishy. So if I just put my finger in, you can see how squishy, and look, it's touched the end. I've got a nice purple little end there.
Lovely, nice.
It's packed with metallic pigment for that intense shine that you can see. You can see that in there with that squidgy, super squishy, I'm going to call it, sponge. It's a wet sticky ink, is what a metallic is. It's perfect for blending and embossing, and it tells you that on the front of the ink pad. Perfect for stamping as well, so you can stamp with this and then you can heat emboss it, you can heat set it using maybe a clear embossing powder to heat set that as well. So these are absolutely beautiful. I honestly adore these, and I'm going to show you a few little things with these, what you can do with it. So I've got a few little techniques. Going to go a little bit techniquey now, Becky, and I promise you, I will also, somebody asked us about a technique with inks and embossing folders, so I will come to that one as well in a little while, but I just basically want to show you how beautiful these are, and that blending combination. So I've taken some black cardstock and I've actually used one of our embossing folders to give it a little of embossed detail, so I don't know if you can see that. However, it's going to come to light in a moment, and I'm going to use a few of the colours. So I've got the amethyst and the pink lace. I think I might use the red as well. I've got 3 striking colours there, and I'm just going to go in and load my pad, so my ink applicator. Now I couldn't find any clean ones because it's got a little bit mucky in this area, but we've got loads of ink pads all being used. But can you see that lovely shine? Now I'm deliberately popping down the pink lace one first. I'll turn it over and I'm going to go in with that amethyst and show you how they blend beautifully together. So, and how they will work, and how you can see that lovely shine running through there. Can you see that? That's absolutely gorgeous. So I'll continue that. Let me go back in with the purple. I'll be careful to do a little bit of between the two. But on black it just pops. It honestly, it really comes to life when you use it on black cardstock. But showing you again that blendability. I mean, I'm not even putting any effort on there, Becky, but it's blending so gorgeous. It really, really is. So again, I'll just go back in with that pink over the top. I was going to put a bit of red on, but I've changed my mind now. I'm just going to stick with the pink and the purple. And then literally take that on. And how gorgeous that looks, and that super shine that you get on there. And if I just hold that up to the camera at the front, and if I look at that, just take a look. Now that looks beautiful on black. Yeah. It works on white. So, and I know people will think, really? Metallic shine on white? But absolutely it will. So shall we use those 2 colours again, so I'm not doing
go on,
too
that's a
much
great
there.
idea.
Wow, look at that, they come out together at the same time. But absolutely you can pop it onto white cardstock. You get a different look, because don't forget this is packed with metallic pigment, and you do get that intense shine with it. But again, a different look. I love how it's doing the 2-tone at the same time. Not intended, Becky, not intended, let me tell you. But again, if I just run that across the whole of that one, and then just finish off with that lovely purple there. But again, blends beautifully, and you can go back in and blend if you're not happy with the blend that you've got. But looks equally as beautiful, and you've still got that shine. If I just hold that up again, just showing you again how gorgeous that is when you can blend with them. Of course you can stamp with them as well, so that's showing you over the embossing. What about all this ink that's on here? In fact, so tell you what, Not wasting anything. I'm just going to put a little bit down. That's the red. Should we go in with the platinum as well?
Yeah, go on.
Put a bit of platinum. Got a bit pink and that one there, so I'm not going to bother with that one. So no such thing as waste when it comes to these. Let's pop a little bit of the bronze down as well. I'm going to spritz it. So let's give it a little spritz. What have I done with water spritzer? I had it here a minute ago. Talk amongst yourselves, so I have quick. Do you know what? I had my water spritzer at the side of me, not a mere 2 seconds ago.
Whilst you have a look for it, I'll read some
Because I
messages,
pulled it out
shall I?
of my bags. Oh, it's here, Becky.
Ah,
I
well.
knew I'd find it. I knew I'd
Got
find
it, well done.
It's never too far away, is it? It's never too far away. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a spritz with some water. Because obviously if I pick that up right now, there's quite a lot of ink on there, but let's give it a little spritz. So we'll spritz that up, take a little sheet of black, and shall we pick it up?
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna spritz it with quite a bit actually, because they've got quite a nice bit on there. But let's just do a little bit of a, what we call a squishy, squashy, how would our Jan describe this?
I don't know.
Splodge and splot, literally
Splodging.
is, I mean, you can see it drying on there, and if I just give it a little blast, I'll do it in a moment, I'm just going to pick up some more, because I've still got loads on there. Let's get a nice bit of a... That's the sound I'm making.
Good
that's
description.
The sound that Jam would make,
Great
actually.
description.
That's the splodgy sound that a lovely Jam would make. But I'm not wasting any of that ink. I'm picking all of it up and I'm going back in. I'm not afraid to go back in. But
lovely.
Can we get in close? Can I hold it? Shall I hold it to the front, Charlotte?
Great.
So if I hold it to the front, apart from a few little bits that haven't dried, look at that beautiful shine again, how beautiful that is. And that creates this gorgeous, almost like atmospheric kind of background. And when I say atmospheric, I've tried it with all sorts of colours. Let me show you some of mine that have dried. When I say I don't waste anything, I don't waste a single thing. And these are from our metallic Midas ink pads. Look at that one. That was a lot of ink that I put down on there. But don't waste any of them. I've got loads of lovely backgrounds there now, Becky.
Yeah.
Which is just beautiful. So that's another way that you can do them. Do you want to see a couple more?
Yes, please.
Shall we show a couple more? While we've got a bit of time. Shall we stamp with one?
Yes, please.
Right, so I normally have my little butterfly stamp. However, I don't know what I've done with it, Becky. I'm not going to lie. Don't know what I've done with it, no idea. So I'm going to just use, don't tell Leanne, but John's been rifling through a little thing.
Oh.
So I've taken a couple of her stamps and I'm just going to have a little rifle through. But you can do this with any stamps. I'm just choosing a small stamp because I've got some small cardstock. I'm using a bit of stick and spray because this is one of our older grey rubber stamps. Don't know, do we do these anymore, producer Johnny? Have we stopped doing the grey mounted? I know I haven't seen any for ages either. Let me just make sure. That needs to go a little bit more tacky, Debbie. Come on, you've not let it go 30 seconds yet, girl. Let's get it a little waft. Ooh.
Whilst you're wafting, Sherry says, I'm really liking it on white. You can see it just as well as on the black. That's a plus.
Yeah, absolutely you can, which is, you know, some people don't realise that just because it's the metallic shine, you think that it'll pop. Of course you're going to get a better result on black because it's the way that, you know, the ink pad's intended. However, you can get just as equally beautiful effects on white cardstock as well. I think I'm stuck. So that's perfect. That's what I wanted. So we'll go in with colour-wise. Shall we have red? Shall we go in with a bit of red? Let's just stamp up my image. And again, I'm just going to show you that you can do this with any ink, any stamp, whether it be acrylic, photopolymer, grey, and if you're anything like me, I've got a ton of grey unmounted stamps at home, thanks to my stint in the Chesterfield store. And then you can stamp with it. Now, it's still quite wet and moist. You can give it a little bit of an extra moisture to it by what Leanne would refer to as the huffing technique. And give it a little bit of moisture. I'm going to be careful there. And then I'm just going to pop that on and show you that you can stamp with it as well. So can you see even that delicate detail? If I want to keep that going, I'm going to choke, I know I am. You've got to have a big breath to do the huffing technique, let me tell you. But I can go back on and carry on doing some first generation, second generation, which I know on the black right now, can you see?
Yeah.
And you've still got that high shine. You can still see that actually there, that high shine, which is just beautiful. You could spritz it to get a little bit more out there if you wanted, so I'll give it a little air mist and make sure I've got it away, because I know what I'm like. I end up squirting in my eye. Don't like anybody else, but that's what I end up doing. And well, because we've still got loads of ink on there, but you just get a different effect. What you can do as well with it is give it a little bit of a spritz. So if I give it a little bit of a spritz, you can end up moving it a little bit as well. Because it is a wet sticky ink, now I'll probably have to put a little bit more down than what I've just put there, so let's give it a little, and you can start to see it moving. And it is absolutely beautiful, so you can stamp with them as well, and let that dry and you've got a totally different look altogether. So you can stamp with them, you can splodge with them, you can blend with them. And I said blend, look how many I've got here. I'm terrible for keeping bits and bobs. You can stencil with them. I haven't talked about stenciling. Look how gorgeous that is, and that's using the bronze and the platinum there. If I've got a stencil, I'd show you, but again, look, another splot. This is what I'm like. I save bits and bobs. I don't know about anybody else, but these are all lovely pieces. And that is just using the stencil over the top to create that lovely blend. It looks absolutely beautiful. Now, someone did ask us, Becky, about the technique of, and it's called the letterpress technique. So I've taken the Nitwit one because it was the one that was closest to me. And what I'm going to do is, and I might actually use in fact I am. I'm going to use the, because you can use any inks, but since I've got these here, you need a brayer. So get yourself a brayer. Now you can do this technique where you can pop it directly in using your ink pad, directly in, but you don't get, I'm going to say it because I know, because I do this quite a few times, but you don't get the same kind of technique that you do with a brayer. A brayer, you're just going to run across the top of your ink pad. Bearing in mind, this is incredibly juicy, and you can see I've got quite a bit of ink on there. So I'll just rub a few bits over. So I've loaded my brayer up, and you can see I've got quite a bit of ink on there.
Lovely.
So a little bit more. And then I'm going to go in. I'll probably do it on one side to start with. But the more you, and especially with the brayer effect, in fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. While I've got you here, and while we're doing this, I'll do it on both sides. But what you want to do, and a brayer gives you a more even distribution. So for me, this is a perfect way of using it, and one that you'll see certainly Jan use. You probably see Michelle and everyone else, Debbie, Craig. A brayer gives you a more even distribution. Can you see it's going into that side of the embossing folder?
Yes.
Now, I've still got a bit of ink on there, but I'm just going to load it up again because I'm going to show you the two different sides that you get when you use a brayer, and when you use the deboss and the emboss side, you get two different looks. So again, just going to spread that and use my brayer to spread the ink around. Now it saves you getting messy as well, it saves your ink pad having to go in, but you can already see the two different kinds of looks that this is going to give us.
Definitely.
If you go in with your ink pads, you don't tend to get the even coverage that you get with a brayer. So for me, this is another little tip to use. You'll find them on the website as well, so I'll just pop a little bit more on because I want it to look quite effective when it's in. Going all the way across the whole, it's like I'm wallpapering, all the way across.
If you do want a brayer on the website, don't forget that you can get, it can be one of your 5 items to get you 20% off, so worth a thought.
Absolutely, Becky, absolutely. So I'm going to now pop my cardstock. This is a 5x7, so I've cut my cardstock down to size. So I'm going to place it in. Now, when you're doing this, be careful, because don't forget that is now quite inky. So I'm just going to place it in as best I can, and then close the folder without trying to move it. Now this is 3D embossing folder, so I'm going to use the combination of a 3D embossing folder. And when you take it over, you can see the two different looks that you're going to get with this quite clearly there. This is the one that I wanted. So I'm just going to use my 3D combination of cutting plate, folder with your cardstock inside there, magnetic shim, and the plastic shim that goes over the top. That's the recommended in your booklet when you get your Gemini home. That's the recommended combination for your 3D embossing folders. Isn't like a standard embossing folder. Standard embossing folder, your 2 clear cutting plates only. 3D, this is the combination for a 3D. Now when you take this out, and this creates that letterpress technique, But again, just looks absolutely beautiful, and it hits the ink in all the right places. And again, can you see it's gone into all that lovely detail? And if I flip reverse it, it's just a different effect. Totally different. And then you can go in with your inks. I mean, obviously clean yours out. I'm going to have to ask our lovely John to come and clean that out before the end of the day. But then you can go back in and you could go over and perhaps add a little bit of extra colour to it. I'm still using that same ink over like so, and again it just creates, and I'm just wanting that detail of the white round there, but look at that, just by adding that extra little bit of detail. Actually, still got the pink on there. Pink is a nice white effect, isn't it? And again, you can just go over and touch over the top, and it creates a completely different look. Lovely. And again, just looks really beautiful. So that's what we call the letterpress technique. A braille will give you the best results every single time, but looks really, really beautiful. And you can do that with your Midas ink pad. You can do that with you, or all your other different technique, all the different ink pads as well, to create that effect. And honestly, Becky, they're so fabulous, these. And of course, you can then heat set them if you want to. So using that, we could go in again and we could put clear embossing powder over and heat set that too as well. Because these are perfect for stamping, blending and heat embossing. So because of that sticky ink, absolutely, that's what's going to create the heat embossing. It's sticky, it's juicy, it's super squidgy, and you can see that, and it picks up all that lovely ink. I'll clean my fingers afterwards, I promise. But there's a lot of things that you can do with them, and different things that you can create as well. So I hope that covered that one for you about how to use your inks in your embossing folders. Any more questions, feel free to ask. Bearing in mind you've still got a bit of ink on there, so I wouldn't be wasting any more again. I'm just going to run that off, and again, can you see it creates a lovely effect there as so. Oh, she's took it back off me. She whipped that amethyst back off me like speed of lightning, she did. But yeah, you still got lots of ink on there, so don't waste any. And can you see the effect it's given me there just by running the brayer over? So please don't waste any. One thing Jan taught me, and one thing I always listen to her, because she has obviously got that fabulous teaching background, and I do listen to her, she's like the oracle of crafting, is just don't waste a single thing, because you can create some beautiful things. I've still got loads of ink left on there, and I could still go to my heart's content and still create these lovely motley backgrounds as well. So don't waste anything, and of course take advantage of owning some of the fabulous, and I'm going to let Becky go through them again because she's pinched them all, but yeah, just make sure you get hold and take advantage of those fabulous ink pads. They're so versatile, the Midas ink pads are, and they're absolutely beautiful. I know that you'll love them once you get them home, and that's just a couple of techniques. I could have gone on to so much more.
We love them, right? They're fabulous, aren't they? Let me just remind you of the colours we've got. Oh, amethyst, nice. I've also got your red goronets, I've got your pink lace, we have your platinum, and I also have your bronze here. And you get all of this with our Spectrum Noir black, so that you can really show off that shimmer. Today, again, $24.95 or $39.95, but nobody's actually going to pay that, right? Because we all know about this code, yeah? So if you don't know about the code yet, if you just check out one thing today, it can be anything, this, that, them, and you use this code, April 1, you will get 15% off, like that. And by the way, that's on top of, say you're already platinum. That's fine, no problem. An extra 15% off. If you check out 5 things, and literally one of the things could be like, you know, a tape pen, you'll get 20% off. So seize the moment on that. Don't forget, bear that in mind. You've got to treat yourself right here, right now with one of these. So do seize the moment on them, because that is fabulous. And you've got loads more goodies. Debbie, you've made some lovely pieces today. Can you remind us of your demo of the shows?
You can indeed. I just wipe my hands because it was caught me cleaning there. You caught me cleaning. I thought I better clean up because I don't want to annoy John. So we'll start with where we started at the beginning, with the lovely outline dies and my cheats little way of using paper piecing.
Lush.
Because so that's number 1. Number 2 we did was the lovely ribbon threading and the multi ways that you can thread your ribbon with these combinations in this fabulous die set. So that's number 2. And then number 3 was that lovely Nitwit collection. So that's number 3. I've only done 3 because the rest I've done some techniques, so I'm not going to put the techniques in there. So 1, 2 or 3, you decide.
Get voting on our socials, and whilst you're voting and checking out your baskets to use that code whilst you can, how about we head on in to have a little look at more about Crafters TV.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, $1 or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Welcome back to Crafters TV. Congratulations to everyone who has checked out their basket, especially when you've been using that code. Oh, delicious. We have had so many treats on today, and I am here to tell you that one of our most beautiful, iconic, and quite frankly, eye-catching die cutting machines of all time is about to say goodbye forever. I have got our fabulous Gemini Jr, which comes with its plates. It also comes with the cord that you need to plug it in, and it comes with this oh so luxe, high sheen, on trend, eye-catching beauty of that rose gold finish. This is a limited edition design. This is £100 worth of saving, and this is your final call to own it in the UK, as I only have 12 left on the planet. 12 in the world. 12. That's it. And once it's gone, it is gone. It's not like, yeah, we've got 12 left and then we'll order some more next week. It's not that. We aren't doing this again. It was a one-time thing, a little bit of a special treat, and you have the final chance to get it. One thing I will just mention though is, don't forget that we have got the discount for you today. So with this, if this is the only thing you bought today and you typed in at checkout the code April1, you will get it for just $84.99. Okay, I do just want to make it clear, because I know a few of you have asked, obviously you tune in sporadically, but these codes for up to say 20% discount, you might go, Bex, I'm already platinum because I'm kind of cool like that, so I'm not going to use the 20% off code because I already get 20%. Use the code, get an extra 20% off. Yes, really. It's here, it's now. React to it if there's something that you have had your eye on, because that is an absolute stunner of a treat. I'm seeing if we've had a winner through. We've had a winner through. Oh, Susie, it's a tie. And then she goes, hang on one more minute.
Is she teasing?
Demo of the show goes to number 1.
Number 1, which was? Debbie can't remember.
The first one you made.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was the one that I just literally put together. So that's number 1. So shall we do demo of the day?
Yeah.
Right. So Becky, have you got? Shall I start with this one then? So we'll start with now demo of the day. So wipe clean what you've just seen. Start a new vote. Demo of the day. I have a feeling I might actually get this one today because it's only been me here. So number 1, the outline dies. Becky?
Number 2, the craft along basket.
Minus the sweets.
The sweets have gone. Don't let them bribe you. And make number 3, which came in with our wonderful ribbon threading dies. I'll talk about it in a moment actually. So the one you've just seen is 1, this one is 2, and this one is number 3. Get yourself down to our socials to get voting, and we'll announce the winner of that with the help of lovely Susie in just a few tickety-boos. Okie pokely. So we have just shown you this gorgeous design here, which we showed you earlier on. These only launched yesterday, literally, and we have got them for you today. So you can see here the pink element is the ribbon running through, and this is what Debbie was mentioning earlier on about the ruching technique. So this, although this ribbon is, as you can see, pretty thick, you can still thread it through. It just gives this lovely like ruched 3D effect. So although that ribbon looks quite different to that, it's actually the same. That's the cool thing about this, depending on how you use them. There must be a mathematical equation to something like this, but with the amount of dies and the amount of options to whether you do it that way, both of them at once, honestly, this is like almost endless amounts of different designs you can do just by changing the pattern and changing the colour of the ribbon. So these are seriously versatile. Do you know what I like about them? They're the type of ones that, you know, when you make a card and you maybe like use the same die, and then like next year when it comes to their birthday, you're like, oh, I can't really use that stamp or die because I used it last time. Do you know what I mean? These, you could use the same one, different ribbons, different card colour, and I bet they wouldn't even notice the difference. So I think these are really handy. I've got different designs in here, as I've said. So we have got your diagonal lace. This is the ribbon going through, but again, just an example of one way you can do it. I've got your elaborate lace as well. This one, as you can see, comes with a snazzy outline. Then I'm bringing to you your pretty florals. This is actually what we used here earlier on. So again, just giving you, is it that one? Yeah, no? Is it? No, it was another one. Is it? But yeah, we've got that one there for you. I've also got your swirls. and bringing to you your bold florals. I love this one. It reminds me of like Moroccan tiles, really pretty. And then I've got this one, which is your charming lace. Someone actually mentioned earlier on how this one's like, ones like this are great because if you wanted to cut it down and just use like that section, dead easy, you could do that, couldn't you? So I have got for you all of those designs today. Should be nearly £78 or nearly $90. Today though, nobody will be paying the prices in the white there because we've got that 15% discount code for everyone, up to 20%. Head over to the website to see more. Should we see some inspiration with these? Let's do it.
Yeah, and I honestly, I've loved the last couple of days using these. They proved to be so popular, and I think it's because of the versatility. The Creator card range brought forward with our ribbon threading, the multi combinations of where you can ribbon thread as well, which for me makes a big plus. Anytime I'm looking at anything that I buy and purchase, I want it to do multiple things. These dies tick that box and some. So you can grab out all your ribbons and you've got multiple different ways. This lovely one Astrid's done for us has gone straight across the centre. This is that beautiful lace design you was just talking about, Becky, but also taken this lovely like an intertwine, I'm going to say. It's intertwined, so interlocking. You could use the crisscross design on that one as well. So it's absolutely fabulous. Take it in, because it's the Creator card range, take it into your different styles of cards. This is a gorgeous easel card, and just using the decorative feature cut into a card panel, and it creates that illusion of a really big border cut in there. And again, multi ribbon threading combinations, lots of different designs from your swirls to your lace to your florals, and each one equally as beautiful as the next. Look at that, just absolutely gorgeous. Take some feathers there, and that lovely, almost looks quite risque, that one, because it looks like basque-like, but looks beautiful. A basque.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean, you little minx.
Looks lovely on that floral one, little minx. But again, you can see the different ways that you can use them. Crisscross them, straight up and down, go multiple different directions, loads and loads of different ways that you can use this. I love this one. Beautiful sample. I'll just show you that one in those gorgeous blues, but added some different coloured cardstock. So a blue, light blue going through one of them, a dark blue going through the other. Looks absolutely beautiful. What about different styles of ribbons? Look at that one. Nice. That gives it a more nautical feel. Actually, I really like that one because it's a baby card. Cute. Some baby elements there, but look how fabulous it looks with the ribbon threading. And again, you've got your other elements where you can really play on these, and lots of different ribbons that you can use as well. So for me, they're absolutely super versatile. A real joy to work with them, and so many different ways that you can use them as well, Becky, which I'm always that candy crafter. I'm always looking at about those things. What can I do? What can it do for me? Multiple things that you can use with them. Absolutely fabulous. It's been a joy to work with them the last couple of days. Hopefully, if we've got some left, I might have these back on at the weekend. Who knows? It's all stock dependent, but yeah, absolute blast. And I know when you get them home, that fabulous price, take advantage as well of that extra deal that we've got running through the event of the next couple of days. Make sure that you check that out and get the most out of there, as well as most out of the dies as well.
That's lovely. Thank you so much. If you do want to seize the moment, now is definitely your time to react. I've had a winner through by 2 votes.
Oh,
so it was close.
Was it close?
Ta-da! Our craft along basket.
Well, I'm glad I've emptied the sweeties out, because I had planned on taking that home with me tonight. However, not to worry, I'll leave it. I'm back here at the weekend, so it's okay. But thank you. I mean, to be fair, it could have been any one of those cards, because they've all been, you know, a lovely, I hope what I've done today is giving you lots of different ways that you can use the lovely products that we have here at Crafters TV. And I've absolutely had a blast the last couple of days. I'm heading down home though now, Becky. I would like to say for a rest, but by the sounds of it, Sapphire's not going to let me have that rest. But I have got another craft along, because I'm back up again at the weekend. I'm going to Hobby Maker on Friday, but I'm here on Saturday and Sunday, and I've got to get my thinking cap on, because I haven't quite thought of something for the craft along project. Done the other bits, just the craft along. So I need to get that squeezed in tomorrow as well. So I shall see you all back then, Becky.
Busy
I'll see you
bee.
again soon.
We'll see you soon. Just to let you know, we have got new show times. It started this week. So do just remind yourself of this. These are your times. I won't go through them all now. You can see them right there. But I'll just tell you that tomorrow, if you want to watch Wake Up Call, tune in at 11 a.m. UK time. It's Craig and Corin. And it's 6 a.m. Eastern time. And that's 3 a.m. Pacific time. So if you do want to watch that show, make sure you take a little picture of this next to me so that you can remember. Also, we've got Sarah Cartload tomorrow too. Let me also let you know that you can still take advantage of that discount deal, which is add more, save more. Head on over to our website to find out all of the T's and C's on that. But basically, just enter one of these codes and you get that saving on top of what you already have as a Club Inspire member. So if you're thinking, oh, I've got 4 items, you'll get 18% off. Do you know what? Throw in a tape pen, get that extra 20% off. It's well worth it. So do go ahead and treat yourself to those things you've wanted. I'm back with you on Friday. Who's in with me on Friday, Johnny? Remind me. I've got Be Creative. That was it. Yeah, I've got Be Creative on with us on Friday. I'm really looking forward to that. And I've got Corin in with me too, and Becky Swan as well. Debbie, thank you as always. We'll speak to you soon. Thank you to the wonderful rest of the team. Thank you to Susie on our socials. And thank you to you for being fabulous. Enjoy the rest of your day. You deserve it. I'll see you soon, my love.